Well, as far as injury updates, guys, we'll get some guys back this week. I think Royce Freeman, he's coming back. Stu's coming back at safety, along with hopefully Bradley Roby's ready to roll this week also. Matt Paradis had surgery today on his ankle and ligaments. He's got a long rehab ahead of him, and we wish him the best. He is definitely missed. So that's the injury update for the week.
How about Marshall, their coach?
Marshall's getting better and better. I mean, he just needs time. You know, he got better for a time, Mike, and he had a setback, and now this next 2 weeks should do him some good. But he is working hard in the training room, trying to get back on the field. Yes.
Is Deshaun trending toward the Charger game?
Deshaun, yes, he is. He's running right now, and he should be able to work on Monday.
Will Paris go on IR, or will you?
He would have to, Nikki. Yeah, it's a long rehab, so yes, he will go on IR.
Do you expect Roby's going to step back into his normal spot?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how he comes back to practice, and how full speed he is the first couple of days. But those guys have played good football back there. But obviously, he was named the starter, and we want to play our best players. And that's the key there.
How have you seen Jones and Brock improve as a coach?
Well, I think Brock's really the one that's improved as far as how he's covered guys. I mean, he's an experienced guy that hadn't given up big plays, and that's been his major positive. Adam Jones was nicked up a little bit, but we know when Adam's healthy, he can play for us. So, the more corners you have healthy, the better you are. So having Roby back will be a plus, not a minus.
For all the mistakes and penalties and so forth,
sure.
You applauded the effort.
I'm sorry?
You complimented the effort of these guys. How do you get them to come back with that same, because with a little break, maybe they relax?
No, I don't think we will. I think it's the culture that we've built, and that started months ago. That's not done week to week. That's over a period of time. I think our guys understand how close we are. Even after watching our cut-ups from the first part of the season, I mean, you can get excited about our football team. So we're doing some good things. We got to finish better. And I think one point that we have to make to our team is we have to start better. It seems like every game we're chasing, and except for one game, obviously the Arizona game, but we have to start better, and we got to find 6 more points a game. We do that, we can win a lot of these games. That's we've got remaining, but I think our football team has to get out of chase mode and get into lead position mode, so we can rush and cover, and we can call plays without having every call, being so tight on the coordinators. And, I've been there before with teams, and that's tough to call a game when every single call that you make have to be a perfect call because every play matters. So, but then getting off to a better start and playing with the lead for this football team is key. And finding 6 more points a game.
Seems like when you showed them the cutups, what did you include? What did you put in there? Things you want to work on?
Every play that we've played, the good, the bad, separated by first, second down, third down, red zone, those things, but the good and the bad, right? Here's the good. Here's what we've been very good at, okay? Here's where we've struggled, as a team. Like, for instance, defense, our nickel run defense has been horrible, but our base run defense has been really good. Our third and shorts are really good. Mediums are pretty good. Longs are not very good. Offensively, we've got like 48 explosive runs, at the midway point, but our third downs are average, our red zone's average. So just going back and identifying what we can do better, and it's really obvious when you watch our tape, why we hadn't scored 6 more points a game.
One difference I see from this year opposed to last year is that you've got kind of a young group of core players developing. How do you balance their development the second part of the season as you're trying to get wins?
Yeah.
But is there a bigger picture involved sometimes too with some of those young guys?
I don't think it's a balancing act, Troy. They're playing. So, I mean, they're getting their experiences by playing. So, they're our guys right now. We've got 7, 8 rookies in major roles right now. And if they play good, we win. So it's not a balancing act. They are playing, right? I mean, they are our headliners right now. So they've got to play well. They have no choice.
Follow up on Troy's about the rookies. What do you think clicked into place for Chubb after maybe the first month where he got on this role he's on now?
I think just time on a job. Chubby was a rush defensive end his entire life. Now he's standing up. He's seeing formations. He's got to drop in coverage. He's got to cover tight ends. So I think this time on the job, he's getting more comfortable at doing his job, and now his natural abilities take over. So, he played his best game, in my opinion, last weekend. So he's definitely trending upward.
Coach, with one of your captains and Matt not going to be on the field, would you like to name another offensive captain?
No, we've got plenty of guys that's leading. You know, obviously losing Matt's football IQ as a center and his leadership is going to be it's going to hurt our football team a little. But we have guys in the locker room that's leading, so I think his influence won't leave our football team. He's going to be around us in meetings and those things, so no need. Good question, though.
Marius had some things to say a couple days ago. What did you think about that? So, you know, like some of it pertain to you, like the trade.
Sure. I think, you know, I would say this about that. You know, number one, you know, we have great respect for DT. You know, and myself, John, and Zach, and all the guys who were included in that article, I guess you would say, or the conversation, have great respect for DT. So that's first. You know, I think secondly, I'm disappointed, you know, to read those things about how he recalls the conversations going. It was obviously a week and a half where the rumors and gossip was flowing, you know, and we talked about the rumors and gossip, and until something happened, you know, we all had to focus on doing our jobs and winning football games, you know, and that was from my end, that was discussed. So I'm disappointed, you know, in, you know, how he remembers it. But again, we have great respect for DT. He was a great player here. We honored him on Sunday, and, you know, we didn't win the game. You know, he won the game. So I think it's a little frustration on his part, but I'm disappointed of how it came out, because I don't recall it being discussed that way, and that's okay. And you know, the last point, guys, you know, we got to move on. He's got to move on. We have to move on. He's no longer a Bronco, and you know, I can't spend any time worrying about that. But as far as, you know, reading the stuff, you know, I'm disappointed it was presented that way. I really am.
Did you know he was that disappointed about not being a captain? Did that been conveyed to you by him?
No. And our players vote for the captains. They vote for the guys they see fit, who they want to lead their football team. Okay, so I'm not sure, you know, where that comes from, or you know who discussed that with DT. But again, I have great respect for him. The players vote for the captain. They voted for who they thought was the best guy to lead their football team, and that's it. That's simple as it.
Let's do a few more for the coach.
Changing the topic completely. Case.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You and John both said he had his best game as a Bronco last week. What was the difference, and are you seeing and more comfort with him back there?
I think he's getting more comfortable in the system. You know, I mean, this is his first year in this system with Billy Muse, and it takes time to gain comfort in the system like this. But I thought he played his cleanest game. He had pressure in his face, and he made plays. That 4th and 8 play was a big-time play. So we know he can make plays, but sometimes it takes time to get your comfort level in a new offense. I think he's settling in, and we're kind of figuring out what he's good at also. So I think on both ends, you know, both sides are doing a better job with the offense.
Vance, when your team is struggling, do you allow maybe players to have more of a voice in changes or talking about the game plan or influence on the game plan, just to open things up to get more new ideas in?
That's never changed. You know, our players have the right and openness to share what they want in game plans. Our quarterback, we give him a sheet each week on what he likes and what he doesn't like, and he kind of marks it off what he likes and doesn't like. So that's never going to change. You know, we have veteran players here who've played at a high level. Even on defense, guys request certain calls. You know, Wolfie wants to play a certain way. Chris, they requested, and you know, for the most part, we make it work for our guys.
We'll do last one, Arnie.
A few weeks ago, Connor McGovern was benched for Max, and then he moved right back over. But how do you think he handled that? Obviously, you're going to rely on him a lot at center now. You think he had the temerity and whatnot to?
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's a resilient guy, and he understood that he had a couple bad weeks, so we had to give him a break there. And he still played in that game, so he wasn't totally benched. But I mean, he understands that being a center is an important role for our football team. He's the quarterback, second to case on offense, making calls, and in the run game and pass game alike. So, but he's a confident guy. He wants to be good, and when he played center for us, he did a good job. So, I have no questions that he'll do a good job for us.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Okay.